Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to On Loose Lines on a Tuesday night. Ship trots are on, actually. A lot of people don't know that. But, ship trots are on tonight, every Tuesday night. So, welcome. Apologies for last night. Just had a few things going on. We've got a few things happening here around the farm. And, sometimes you just got to prioritise and happy family. And that's what it's all about. So, again, tonight's show, no guests on tonight at the minute anyway. That can change, but more, I suppose, of a bit of an informational night, if you like, where we're going to be getting out some good news stories, which is what we want to do. Talking harness racing, but please, there is no agenda. So if you want to get involved, if you want to come up with some ideas, some talking about it, because it's been very, very big week. I'm just going to just check the audio to make sure I've got good audio. Yep, good as gold. It's quite funny that, because it is so delayed. So please, if you want to get involved in the show, do via comments. Plenty happening, that's for sure. Set the agenda. I don't care. I think we need to start a campaign. This is a random show, but there's quite a few people out here in the F1, and I don't know if anyone saw the injustice that happened to Oscar Piastri the other day. It's an absolute disgrace. So I think all social media people, I think we need to take charge for the Aussie and start looking after him, because it's run by a lot of the press that you see on the F1 is run by the guys from Europe, and our little Oscar is getting belted up, and it's not good. I know Brett Coffey sunning himself over in downtown Red Mile, Kentucky at the minute, sitting on the lounge chairs with the shorts out, has been enjoying himself. But we want to make sure we can start championing a cause, if you like, for Oscar. We could lead the way. But anyway, that's another little side note. Plenty happening though. Please get involved. If you are on YouTube, get involved. I've got the tablet open, so we'll be able to keep up to date with any of the comments coming in through the YouTube feed. As always, the Facebook feed as well. So please get involved in all of those as you go, and have some fun. That's what it's all about. Heaps of news coming out of Victoria, which is really, really exciting. Just got to check something here by the looks. No, we're all good. Want to make sure that the YouTube feed was working, and it is. We've got 4 people there watching. Get involved in the comments. Your comments don't come up, I won't miss them. Anyway, so there has been some really good news. We're going to touch on Lexington sales a little bit later on. Some staggering figures there. A couple of highlights to do. We've got Woodland's different gravy, Hughesy's different gravy as well, which is a little bit of a no-brainer, but there's a few other things going there. Lather Up continuing on. Hucks and one again today, so we'll touch on that. Aldebaran Park with Gatesy's Gem, Keyang Brandy, and also Aldebaran Boyd. We'll touch on those in a minute. Yabby Dam Farms, some pretty exciting things happening, and in the next couple of days you'll see some stuff coming out for Yabby Dam Farms. Plus, I'm going to be in Queensland, so hopefully we can catch up there. Philip Wood, Sharon Pullen, hello to you, and Roddy O'Kane, hello to you. Roddy, definitely have taken on what you've said. Don't worry about that. It's just this time of year just gets a little bit tricky getting other people on there. Mitchy Turnbull, hello to you. Mitchy down in downtown Bathurst. The weather, actually, it'll be very busy there. He won't be downtown, or he might be downtown, I don't know. But yeah, very, very busy. Of course, the Bathurst 1000 this weekend. I actually was going to drive through Bathurst. I'm not now. I'm going to go right past it. I forgot about that. Going from there. But I want to start off with the news today, some of the news today, and some of the news that has actually happened in Victoria, because so much negativity gets put out there around Victoria, and things that have been going on, if you like, over the last little bit of time. Hey, mate. See, Mitch knows how it works. First time texter. So, how is Bathurst this time of year, Mitch? Do you go into town, or do you try and stay away from it? That'd be an interesting little point of view. I'm going to start off with this really positive note. Hang on, we've got to do something here. We've got to activate. One thing didn't want to work, so hopefully I can get it to work this way. Just give me one sec. Just need something to pop up. Oh, actually, I know what's happened here. Yep, good as gold. Right, we can go back to this one here now. With the Bathurst, with the running of the Bulls being revealed, $125,000 slot race. I think it's awesome. I think it's just great. I think this is magic. Going to be at Birchip on March the 8th. I can already declare I won't be there because it's the same day as the Nutrien Sydney sale, so I'll be there. But if we can, I might be able to send Holly there, or we'll see something anyway. We might be able to get some coverage out from there. But I'm pretty sure Harness Racing Victoria will be across it, and there'll be probably everyone that wants to be there will be there as well. But $125,000 new sponsors, Cargill. I think that part in itself is awesome, and all the T's and C's are there. And I think it's just great that a couple of clubs getting off their backside, changing things up, and really doing some good positive things here in Australia. So that's March the 8th. The reason I'm highlighting that one first is because it was actually announced last week, and I think it was announced on the Tuesday. I did my show the day before, so I think pretty amazing stuff, and well done to Birchip and Forward Thinking, and look to get a huge crowd. Also, not applying for the top end. I did see the T's and C's. So here's the T's and C's. So 2026 race conditions have been carefully crafted to draw a field of emerging types of country warriors. They include a 2150 pacing race for horses 4-year-old and older, preferential barrier draw on your NR. So horse must have a national rating of no more than 90 and not won a 50,000 or more race since January 2024. So you could get a horse dropping back in grade that has won one of those. But you're not going to get a horse in current form that's won a big race. Horse with a national rating of 91 plus are eligible, but they must not have won a $15,000 race or more, which is effectively your MOs. So that part's really, really cool. And the horse must be trained by a Victorian from December 1. So you haven't got long. You got a bit over a month. A bit over 2 months to get your horses, get them organised if they're not already in your stable. And go from there. So I think it's really exciting. It's a new concept. I think well done to the guys in Birchip for getting off the ground, and it probably shows a few people that we can do these sorts of things here in Australia as well, in Victoria as well. So really exciting. There have been slot races done before. This is a $10,000 outlay, very affordable, and going to give plenty of people the chance to get involved in it. The Bendigo Harness guys are watching, and I've got to say a huge well done to these guys. This has only just come across my table. The Bendigo Pacing Cup and we'll look after all the sponsors, Garrard's Horse and Hound Pacing Cup and the Aldebaran Park Murray Mile will always kick off your racing calendar, if you like, the cups every year. First weekend in January. Well, this year it's going to be the 2nd. It's going to be January the 10th, so that's a change for itself. And you can see there on that banner, we've also got the Bendigo Trotters Cup on the same night. So pretty exciting things. I am going to catch up with Eric Hendricks later in the week. Ben Stud Standardbreds are watching. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who that is, Mark or Tracy or Craigie, but I was well and truly helped out the other day, so I really appreciate that. Morris McDermott, I'll be landing tomorrow. I'll be checking the grass out, Morris, so you want to make sure that that's all under control. Back to Bendigo. It starts the summer of Carnival. Of course, we've got the Aldebaran Park Murray Mile now, a $100,000 race, so that in itself is going to attract the best trotters. It kicks off the start of the summer of Carnival, and we'll get on to the bonuses in a minute, but I just want to keep Bendigo because I think what Bendigo have done here is outstanding. So $100,000 race. They also brought their Trotters Cup onto the same card, so it's going to be a huge night for the Trotters with a $30,000 Group 3 Bendigo Trotters Cup on the same night as the Aldebaran Park Murray Mile. But here's the kicker, $75,000 Garrard's Horse and Hound Bendigo Pacing Cup. I officially know now is over the mile. So it's gone from that, I think it's about a 2,400 metre race, always was. It will be run over the mile this year. So really going to change things up because I think it's great. So it's going to be the night for speed. Of course, your Trotters Cup won't be, but you've got the Garrard's Horse and Hound Bendigo Pacing Cup over a mile and the Aldebaran Park Murray Mile, which is absolutely over a mile. So 2 mile races. What they're hoping to do is break the 149 barrier on that occasion. So, which is really, really exciting for the club. It's going to be an awesome night at Bendigo. Generally that time of year, the weather is ideal to run fast times. Still warm nights. Hopefully it won't be those stinkers because the stinkers are generally starting to taper off by then. But yeah, really, really hot night where they're going to be able to run some time and really, get involved in it. And I think that part of it in itself is awesome. But what it does do, and I'm just trying to get this page up here, is it actually makes this all the more exciting now, these bonuses. This is the bonus legs. So this is the $1.5 million HRV Summer of Glory bonuses, which has got $1 million for the Pacers and $500,000 for the Trotters. Effectively, there's 6 legs up for grabs. You've got to win 3 of the. We'll bring it down here. Sorry, so you got to win 3 of these cup races. So there's 5 cup races prior to it. So we're sticking with the Pacers just for the second, but we will be sticking here with these. So we've got the Bendigo Cup, Shepparton Cup, Ballarat Cup, Cranbourne and Kilmore Cups. Those 5 lead-up races, you've got to win 3 of those and the Hunter Cup to take out the $1 million bonus. And now's where it gets interesting, because Bendigo have, I think really excelled making this over the short. So to win 3 of those races, there's going to be a lot of pressure on. You might want to get your banker in your team for Bendigo. You might want to sit back, go to Shepparton, but it really changes things up. Leap to Fame is coming. We know he's coming, and that's super exciting, but I don't think you'll scare too many away when there's $1 million bonus on offer as well. And you've got the opportunity now of over the short trip for the Pacers. And I think well done to Bendigo and the Bendigo Harness Racing Club. I think it's awesome. It's forward thinking. I'm glad to see it's been done. It's been one of mine for a while to think outside the square, if you like, and really think about it. And it's going to be a super exciting start to the Summer of Carnival. Be interested what people think about the $1 million bonuses and the $500,000 bonuses. Of course, HRV aren't putting that money up. They've got an insurance policy in place basically for those. So I think great marketing in that. And I think things are really positive. You've got Birchip at $125,000 race. Now we've got a Summer of Glory that's going to go stretch from January 10 through to February 14, the Hunter Cup. And actually we've got the Lynn McPherson Memorial races the week after that as well. So it's a magic night that night. And I think that Just Believe, I'll get into trouble. I actually have got that. Just bear with me. I did have it. I may have got rid of it. No, here it is here. Yeah, Lynn McPherson Memorial Breed for Speed and the Just Believe Grand Prix as well. So the Trotters will end it in there, but they won't. I'm presuming the Grand Prix won't be a part of the bonus for the Trotters. Haven't been clarified on that. Bendigo Cup preferential draw. Do not know, Alex. Don't know. I could possibly find that one out. I'll send a message in a sec and find that one out. But I just think it's going to be super exciting, a great lead up to it. Prize money is not going up anywhere. These clubs have got together. Cranbourne and Cranbourne and Kilmore have put substantial amount of money back into theirs to make theirs, $150,000 races, which I think is awesome. Ballarat have chose not to. These are clubs with poker machines. They've chosen not to. They're putting it into actually an undercover wash, and anyone that's been there in the middle of winter knows that Ballarat definitely needs that. So we're all keen for that part to happen. And the Shepparton Gold Cup and $50,000 is nothing to be sneezed at. And I'm sure Shepparton, with the backing of Rob Orber and a new invigorised board, so a lot of stuff changing there, and I think that will only be a matter of time. So this is the first step in what's going to be a super positive start to that. You put on top of that, Bendigo are going to get lights, I think, after the cup meeting. No, I'm not sure, actually. Should have checked that. But we are going to get new lights in at Bendigo. I don't reckon this will say when it is. And it's interesting, they're environmentally better for everything as well. And I think, just trying to speed read. I don't even know why I bother, because I can't speed read. I can't read that often. So, yeah, I think that happens after the cup, that the new lights will be going in. So once that's happened, we're going to have a brightened up Bendigo after. Thank you very much, Bendigo Harness Racing Club. And there is talks of the stabling complex too. So that is definitely in the pipeworks. It's a secret. Well, it's not a secret. It's not common knowledge, but I know a lot of people are there. There's a lot of people working behind the scenes to try and help that as well. So again, more positivity for Bendigo, who race every Wednesday night. Go out there and have a feed. The feed's outstanding. You get looked after, become a member, part of the members draw. If you watch their socials, you'll be able to see that on there as well. So hats off to Bendigo. And hats off to Harness Racing Victoria, doing some really, really positive things with some exciting news. And these are figures that will get people looking at it and getting people excited about it as well. So I think that part's good. And Alex, I have not forgotten about you. I will find out about the cup. Oh yeah, Morris McDermott just saying then that a heap of horses are from the North Island arrived this morning. So, of course, they've got some great racing this week. My friends at NZB, not sure what my NZB ticker says. Oh, yeah, sale dates. Always safe to have that on, but they have got their harness millions. Sorry, just you don't need to see everything. Harness million. I get into trouble from there. Hello, Joe Pace. This is a Dave Miles special. This hat is actually a Jordan hat. You can see the Jordan logo on there. When I say it's a Dave Miles special, it doesn't fit his bonds, and to be honest, it's too big for his bonds. It's a big hat, I promise you. I never tuck my ears in, but I can tuck my ears underneath this one. I've got that much space because I do have a big buffoon. But yep, that's okay. I wonder if you saw Johnny Caldo today, Joey. He might have been sporting a new Campbell's Comments hat. But anyway, we have got back onto this. Of course, there's a big night of racing at Addington on Friday night. I won't be there for that, but starting off with race C with the NZB Harness Million for the 2-year-old trotting colts. I think Kai Valley Ray will use his $1.28. It's a new edition they've put in here. You can't see it on that one. If I do this one, they actually put their tote odds in there. So interesting. I think Victoria went away from them. I think a lot of Australians have gone away from them, but they've actually brought them in. But definitely helps me. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So Kai Valley Ray, of course, for Brett Lilly and Blair Orange. Lils has got horses racing everywhere. He had one in New South Wales the other day. He's got them going everywhere. Great support card. Of course, race 6. This is for the 2-year-old fillies with pretty good representation. I think Mark and Nathan have got 3 horses in this. She's So Fast, I think I saw was the favourite. Oh, no, What Next? Of course, related to the filly. Now, bear with me for a sec. This is self-indulgent. But trying to find, because they do this here no matter what. That's her. She was a filly that was last in the Cambridge slot race, the inaugural running of it, and she almost got there. She did win a New Zealand Oaks, that horse, with Olivia Thornley in the cart. She almost got there on that occasion until she galloped with about 50 to go. So, yeah, well done to that. We'll go past that one for a sec. We'll just look after the guys from NZB because they've got a lot of red type racing. But this is the $200,000 for the 2-year-old colts and geldings, and they've got a huge field here. Jamal down by the seaside for Stephen Reid, Sam Otley, unbeaten, I think, in 5 starts. It's a very special horse and goes terrific, but it's no walkover by any stretch. Freeze Frame, we saw what he did earlier this year. He's $18. Well and truly fallen out of favour there by the looks, but Freeze Frame, I don't understand that. Yeah, anyway, Zeus Lightning, War Chief, in that, plus quite a few horses, so that'll be one for the breeders to keep an eye on as well, or All American Lover by American Ideal as well, who's just been doing a stellar job there. So that is race 12 on what's a huge card, but you've also got the 3-year-old Flying Stakes where you see Marketplace got beat last up, but was far from disgraced in what was a terrific field. You got Ribera for my friends at Brecon Farms, drawn the pole, better Anvil, Bar Louis. Got the Chocolates. He was outstanding the other day, running second. He just kept the speed on. So it's going to be a really honest race. I haven't even mentioned Always Dreaming down the bottom there for Nathan Williamson. $41. Well, you don't get a much better bred horse than him, that's for sure. The Woodlands Mares Sprint Classic. This is a Group 2 event here. Got a really, really good field of horses in here as well. Mantra Blue for Zach Butcher down the bottom. I was just trying to see. No, there's not in there, but that's a terrific field. Treacherous Gal drawn well. French Scent. So, yeah, it's interesting. Treacherous Baby, the other horse there for Mark and Nathan. Purden. Cuda returns. Vessam. Look at that race. Republican Party, Renegade. These people, these are the guys we want to get over here to the Summer of Carnival in Victoria. We want to get all of these horses across here if we can, which would be awesome. And the trot. 1 overall, Muscle Hill, Bet and Win returns. Unfortunately, had an exhibition trot the other night and made it an exhibition gallop. But Oscar Bonavina, we've been able to see what he's been able to do as well. So they'd be a couple of those horses. I think Bet and Win, he might be looking for a trip here to downtown Victoria as well. So we believe we have secured random draw. So Bendigo Believe it will be a random barrier draw. So that'll in itself will even be more fun. So, yep, thank you very much to those guys. I will send a message and see if I get an answer and go from there. But it may, by the sounds of it, be a random barrier draw over a mile, which would be awesome. Just give me a sec, Eric. Alex, I'll get back to you. I've got to do this part for you. And we'll see how we go from there. Let that one go through to the keeper. Got to get back here, get into this. What has Alex said? I think random barrier draw would be better, given that it's only over a mile. Yes, it is a random barrier draw, so there you are. Actually, I can say that. I think no, a preferential barrier draw would be better, given it's only over a mile. But I think that's one of the things that can happen, Alex. It's random barrier draw can go from there as well. But, yep, it is a random barrier draw anyway, so that answers that question. So, yeah, pretty exciting, and well done to the team from NZB as well. Great supporters, Campbell's comments, always have been, and always will be. I've got to do that, which I'll do that in a sec. We've got to look after my friends at Cranbourne as well. But give me your thoughts on a couple of those other ideas. Do you like the slot race, the concept from Birchip, and also, you know, these bonuses, and how you think the summer carnival is going to look, because we're going to have some 3-year-olds, we're going to have some mares. I keep smiling and believe is going to be down here, so that'll be exciting. So yeah, there'll be plenty to look for, plenty of excitement, starting from January to right through to the middle of February, and a lot of work for some people going backwards and forwards all over the countryside, but that'll be all right. That'll be a bit exciting. Rightio. I don't have a one underneath me. Who am I going to go to? We'll go to Yabby Dam Farms just for the minute, because they've got their stay-in rosters out. Of course, here in Australia, I've got to change this one because Call Me the Breeze, unfortunately, is not available. But EL Titan and Classic, he is available, but it's, I think, restricted market. So, yep, we'll take him off that list. But EL Titan and Classic Connection standing here in Victoria, always ready and used to me averages 30, where did I find it? $36,000 runners to starters. 36 average per earner per starter. So 36 for the service fee of $1,500 that is used to me. And of course, always ready having his first season both standing in Queensland. And then you've got On a Streak in New Zealand, and I will tease that is one of the reasons I'm going to New Zealand. Mr. Pro On a Streak, all cashed up, but also EL Titan and Classic Connection available. Plus, go to the team at Yabby Dam Farms and harassedtrotters.com. .au, I reckon. Don't have it open. Let's just see what it is. I think they both are. .com.au, both of those. So don't be scared to get involved there as well, and see how we go. I love that Birchip has a big race. Their Cup Day always looks so much fun. Absolutely. It'd be interesting, Alex, like, will it get people there to go and see what it's like? I think it gets on Sky 2, maybe. I reckon it does, because I think that's, I'm pretty sure it always gets on Sky 2, so it'll be interesting to see whether it goes up a level after that as well. But yeah, so Harassed Trotters, and for my New Zealand friends, EL Titan Classic Connection is both fresh chilled semen and On a Streak, and all cashed up. Some pretty exciting bonuses and announcements to come from there. I will be releasing those tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow night, including with Wayo Farm with Daryl Brown from tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned to this channel, but also the Harassed Trotters and Yabby Dam Farms channels, because very exciting news there for that. So that's the team at Yabby Dam Farms. As I said, don't have a lot planned, so as the questions keep coming in, we'll go from there. Otherwise, we'll end up through them. We'll leave Yabby Dams on for there at the minute, because this is also the other meeting that is coming up. This is the Marburg meeting, Harriet Day. This is on, I know when it's on because I've got to be there, 19th of October at the top of that banner. An all trotting day, and I will be there, albeit probably not the whole day. I won't be able to, because I've got a fair bit of travelling to do that day, but I definitely will be able to go there, weather provided that Chinchilla, one of the camp drafts that I'm going to next week, doesn't get washed out because they have a spare day. That spare day is that Sunday. So if things like that happen. Stevie Salter's there. Of course, the punt is back on. So well done to you, Stevie, for everything that you guys do as well. We've got a few people there. Should check me Twitter account. We'll jump out of this one for a sec because people can fire messages in via Twitter too. If you are watching on the Twitter and you want to get involved, by all means, don't be scared to fire in a question or that. We don't have a lot of people watching there at the minute, but that's okay. I'll continue to put these out there, and we will continue to do that as well. Anthony Fanning, I'm pretty sure he's from Birchip Way, Anthony is. So actually, Robbie Connolly, he will be. Yeah, so if you guys, what you guys' thoughts are on Birchip, and I will get the guys on from Birchip. As I said, just busy just at the minute. Don't forget either, they've also got Winners Bet available for frozen salmon. Limited bookings available in Australia and New Zealand. Get in touch with the team at Yabby Dam Farms and go from there. So terrific incentive. Spoke before about friends from New Zealand. We'll change this one. Over there, the Ascent is coming up. The only problem is we only have 2 horses so far being told that they're there. I believe they're going to be releasing them soon, but a little bit frustrating in that point of view. But anyway, hopefully they will come. What's this one here? Of course, that is Aldebaran Eagle. So they're his stats. Those stats actually would have changed by now because he's actually been going better. The average is over 37,000 now. So Aldebaran Eagle, of course, a 152. Son of Muscle Hill. Frozen semen available only in New Zealand. So make sure you get in touch with the team at aldebaranpark.com. I definitely know that one, aldebaranpark.com. It'll be on the bottom of this. So go from there. But yeah, of course, they announced the other day, Pat and Aldebaran Park, Duncan McPherson combining. They will be having Gatesy's Gem representing them in the Ascent. So that's going to be exciting as well. I know Roddy O'Kane was one person that was looking at it last year, going across. You would have been happy with Derek the other night, I would imagine. I hope so. I think I read the results. The result of that right. Get nervous now that I've said that, but I'm pretty sure he was very close to him. I think he, because we didn't end up going. I was meant to go there, and I think it was an awesome night. Unfortunately, didn't get to be there for that. And yeah, he ran 5th, and I think that would have been an awesome run. I would think he would have been wrapped with that, beaten home by Julie Ballerini, who's just absolutely airborne, beating Penny. Remus Phoenix going terrific, and then RC Phoenix for Chris Finozio. So you can't begrudge that. That's for sure. He's going awesome, Rod. So you should be wrapped with that for a return. And I'm sure you're looking at a few of those other ones going on there. That hat looks a bit big, Paul. I think you should donate it. It would make a great donation hat, I can tell you that. But no, I'm happy with it. Won't fit your bonds, I know that. There's no chair to that, Mr. Pace, but it is fine. And of course, Aldebaran Eagle had 3 winners this week alone, with Aldebaran Broyd winning yesterday, Kiang Brandy winning a 4th on the trot, I think it was, in terrific time the other day at Cranbourne, and then of course Gatesy's Gem. What a return to the racetrack that was last Saturday night in the Legend Trot. What they run, 57.4 and 28.8 last 2 quarters, and she heads across to the Ascent, as I said, representing the team, both Aldebaran Park and Yabby Dam Farm. So I think that part is pretty awesome. So get in touch with the guys there. My New Zealanders, just realise you're the only people that can breed to Aldebaran Eagle, so be aware of that. He's exclusive to New Zealand, but you also get access to Aldebaran Zeus as well over there. And in the Australians, of course, we've got Aldebaran Zeus here, a son of Muscle Hill, and Sky Valley, who just continues to do an awesome job. And it's quite funny because I think I found another one. So Menangle have changed the ball. They've gone back to the Tuesdays, but Pat's still represented there today with Love You Pocobello, I think it was, that actually we'll go there. I've got to go back here though, but that's okay. Pesco Polo, sorry, by Love You, out of that brilliant mare Cold Sister, but being by Love You. The other of the trots was won by Tintin in America, so that throws everything out the window there. That one definitely does. and one Pinevale Hill by What the Hill won the other leg, interestingly enough, out of a Sky Valley mare in Ruby. Pinevale, my sponsors are working so well together. But we said this the other day. Hang on, I've just got to go back a day. We'll go back to the Monday. And this has been my form for the how you can get with winners. Of course, this was looks like a whole King of Swing day by the looks. Every race. Yeah, going through there. Aldebaran Boyd by Aldebaran Eagle. Duncan McPherson with Sunny Al had won the 2 before that. Oh, there it is. Sullinan. I can't say its name. Don't even know why I try. 2 weeks prior. So I think you got to back the Aldebaran Park horses in the first at Pinjarra on the Monday. Of course, bet responsibly. But here we go. 2-year-old, won by an American Ideal by Woodland Stud. Actually, 1, 2, 3 because In Rare Air is in another. I think it's an American Ideal. No, Better's Delight. And then Waves of Fortune is a Down by the Seaside. So, no, it's not supposed to be. See me smile. I thought he trifected that race, but didn't. He quinelled it. But anyway, it is the unwritten form line, if you like, if you want to have a little sneaky little wager on a Monday afternoon. So, yeah, but interesting that Menangle have gone back from that. I think that part's pretty interesting, that fact in itself. So, but yeah, anyway, so good luck to them. I haven't done a mistake tonight with me mouse either, which is really, really cool. If you've had a winner this week, or if you've got some winners coming up, by all means, get in touch with the team, give it a mention, anything. I don't care. Oscar Pastora, do you like your F1s? Do you like it? Do you understand what's going on with Oscar? We've got to start a campaign as Aussies. We've got to start a social media campaign to right the wrongs that they've been doing with Oscar and Lando Norris. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Right, got to go here. We'll go to my friends at Woodlands. Maybe we won't. Where's their ticker? NZB. I know they got one, but it's not there. I had it going before. Oh yeah, there it is. Couldn't see it. Of course, the Woodland Stud ticker. So don't forget, huge stay-in roster. Well, it's not a huge stay-in roster. We'll go through their stay-in roster very quickly, both here in New Zealand and Victoria. There's the New Zealand one. Of course, the Kiwis again have the opportunity to breed to American Ideal, like Aldebaran Eagle. We don't have that opportunity over here. So huge opportunity there. Better's Delight, Seaside, Lather Up, 9 winners. We did a Lather Up show last week. He has had 9 winners. He's actually had 9 individual winners because Huxton has won twice and was super today. 151 winning at Menangle. We should be able to get it up. Doesn't matter. As I said, this show never really runs to a time. It looks like Shep and Harness have started. Don't forget Shep Harness tonight. Here he is here. So it's the second start for Clayton Harmy. And we'll just get the last. I'm not going to go for the whole lot. We'll just get, that's him in front. I don't know the rest of the field, unfortunately, but yeah, he goes 51 on this occasion. Fair bet to say the second horse is by Sweet Lou, looking at the big white blaze there, but it may not be. Mick Stanley out wide, having another terrific run, but this horse had 2 starts now for Clayton. Will Rickson in the bike, and yeah, wins in 51 on this occasion. So that's pretty exciting for those guys. And anyone wondering, we'll get the breeding on the second and third horses as well. Sunset Stride got home good for Scott Hewitt. He's having a run, the Hewitts. By Always Be Mickey out of Pearl Stride, owned by Emilio. Onyx Shard, this is a Kiwi horse with the name of Shard. It would be bred from down south. Yep, Debbie Smith. Bootsy owns it, and it was a Sweet Lou Onyx Shard. Don't have to be a rocket scientist to find those horses sometimes. So, yep, that was a bonus one. Right, let's get to where is it? There it is, Different Gravy. And of course, this is Lua Deepa winning at the Lexington Red Mile. I'll put this up over the next few days, but this is unbelievable. Goes to the 3/4 in 122 on this occasion and gets home. I think it was 25-4, which I think is 25-8 for us over here, to go 148 bang on over there, which is it's just been phenomenal. Some of the times they've been setting. 2-year-olds have been breaking records each day, 2 days, 2 different tracks over there too, which is super exciting. So 148 dead there for that filly, and yeah, just doing an amazing job. Of course, from the same stable, Blueprint as well, who's going to be a game changer, and look forward to seeing him probably down here in the next couple of years too. It'll be interesting where he ends up, but yeah, it looks. He looks a very exciting horse of the future. Interesting enough, Brett Coffey is over there. I wonder. But anyway, sitting in the he's enjoying himself in the. We'll keep going here for the sec with the guys from Woodlands. But yeah, so he is terrific. And as I said, Lather Up had 9 individual winners since last week. We said there about what a great job he is doing. He stands over here for $4,400, freshly chilled semen. Doesn't make any difference to where you're getting it from. It's no different to getting it from one of the farms here, but he's standing in New Zealand. So yeah, please get in touch with him. Better's Delight down by the seaside, who continues to go from strength to strength. Speeding Spur and Sweet Lou unfortunately capped and unable to breed to him. But yeah, he's just setting all sorts of new records, that's for sure, Sweet Lou, and he's not far off Better's Delight on a lot of those stats. So Woodlands winners will look very different this week with Cam Grant going to join me in New Zealand. We'll be over there. It'll be a little bit different, but we'll just change it up a little bit as well. So we'll go from there and yeah, just see it a bit differently while we're over there in New Zealand. As I said, we've got some exciting stuff coming out for a few of my sponsors, that's for sure. I can't use that one because let's see how quickly I can change it. I can't change it. Yes, I can. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if we can't change this. Too hard to change that. So we'll just go to here. Hopefully I'm spelling it right. It will be changing in front of me. Boom. Bang. So we managed to change that, which is actually pretty cool. So, yep, just go to the Nutrien. Oh, got to go back into it. Missed 1 dot. Missed 1 dot. Bang. nutrientstandardbred.com, sorry, .au, nutrientstandardbred.com.au. Unbelievable to view that. I think the catalogues will start coming out very, very shortly. And the online, and then you'll be also able to order all of those. And I do have the sale dates. Bang. Oh, wrong page. Hang on. Back here. Bang. These are the sale dates. Of course, February 14 kicks it off. Valentine's Day in Tasmania, and I can say great numbers, 30 plus for Tasmania, which is awesome. Sunshine Stars at 22nd of February. Some high quality horses going to be going through that sale. That was a classical music last year by Art Major, sold for 100. Yes, I see filly Better's Delight sold in Sydney last year. It's on the 8th of March. This is in Sydney, 275,000 for a record there as well. So the team at Nutrien, Bathurst and the Bathurst Carnival. We had Mitch on before. Of course, it's Bathurst week, so they will be there on the 22nd of March, and the 12th of April is when they all end up here in Victoria as well. So huge couple of months, weeks, busy time, a lot of fun. Really do look forward to being a part of it and go from there. Brad Steele saying some more New Zealand slot announcements later this week. So there we are, bit of an update from Brad Steele too. So going from there. I wonder how many of the Kiwis are aware of actually. I'm not going to say his name because it's going to call him Colossus, but he's not. It's Cosimo. Cosimo is the horse's name. Noel and Jane Davies, of course, he took out the Aldebaran Park Need for Speed final for Commodus is the name of this horse. Pacing final the other night, last Saturday night on Legends Night, and he was absolutely sensational. And I do know that Noel and Jane are very, very keen to get a horse like this across there. Chris Alford in the bike, and he's an excitement machine, and yeah, he can. He's got gears, so he's very, very exciting. He's got form around Tracy the Jet, Gates's Gem as well, and he's a high-class horse, and they are keen to get across there. So, Brad, if anyone's looking for a horse that they might be able to do a good deal with, there's one for you, because it is an absolute jet. And any of the Kiwis that are watching, you are going to be seeing this horse come across as well very shortly. Just see what, just back a little bit further. We'll go back to there. This, of course, is Tracy the Jet. James Herbertson in the bike. And so the quarters there, 28.5, 29.4 we'll go with, 28 flat, and I think gets home very, very similarly. And have a look at this filly just trot. She wears a little bit of gear, does not make one bit of difference to her. She is an absolute jet. Kian Kukri has won a couple of feature races. There's a couple of nice horses chasing home, but she's in a whole different league, this filly. And you can see there the time she runs. So it's going to be exciting for the Kiwis to see that filly when she comes across as well. As I did say, he should come for the Derby, but he wants to come for the slot race, Brad. Don't disagree, but yep, they definitely want to come for the slot race is what they're after. So, yep, huge opportunity. I'm sure the slots are there, but yep, they'll get a few people coming in. Well done to Harness Racing Victoria. I haven't got this one up and started yet. I've got a few more things to come along, but because they had Legends Night the other night in up there, I wasn't able to get there. I was frustrated, to say the least, on that occasion, with the not being able to be there. Of course, that's the sprint. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a couple of these photos where they acknowledged. Seriously, should have gone through photos. Would have been a lot quicker, because I saw the photos there. Start off with this one. Of course, this was the Lang family. So Gavin being inducted, becoming a legend. So, and I spoke to Johnny Caldo today. He was very rapt with that, and he is a legend. Gavin there is a legend. I didn't realise that part there. This, of course, was Pure Steel, was inducted into Harness Racing Hall of Fame before my time, Pure Steel, but I think he was one of the best named horses there was. By all accounts, people said that he was a freak on that occasion. A surprise for Johnny Caldo. I think well done to Johnny and his family. There's some great photos. Here's one here. Try and get rid of Darren McCall. There we go. Huge congratulations to those. Mary was there. She was super proud, and yeah, one of the quiet achievers, Johnny, of the industry. But there's a couple more here I want to highlight. The Gaff family. I think well done to Brian and the whole Gaff family. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame, so I think that was a terrific boost. Here we go. So this is the Shin family, and I think the next one will be the Rothicas, and you'll see Mrs. Evans is there on both sides, and she is actually. She's on both sides there. I'm going to get myself into trouble. I'm not even going to try and say, I'll get the names wrong. But sisters, I'm in trouble anyway. So I'll just stay out of it before I do get myself in trouble. But yeah, I think terrific to honour families that have done so much for the industry, and that's the whole Gaff family there. You can see them, the Rothica family and the Shin family. And of course, Blake Shin, champion jockey at the minute, traces back to that same family. So I think it's terrific. That's the Gaff family. And there was also Peter Wharton and also Lenny Baker were both inducted into it as well. So that's Pete Wharton, and there's Lenny as well with Judy Rothica. So Jude would have been an inductee as well. So I think all of those are pretty cool. Looked a cracking night. Well done to HRV for changing it up a little bit, making it a little bit more special. Apologies for not being there. But as I said, sometimes these things can't be helped. And that was one of those occasions that we just had a foal born at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and anyone that's had foals knows exactly what happens when that happens. No good, because it's the perfect time of the day. So, yeah. But anyway, the foal's home. We're happy, and, yeah, more than happy with the horse, actually. So, as my voice is going a lot lately. Might talk too much, not sure. So, the Cranbourne Harness Racing Club, Cash for Splash, Spring Cash Splash. Why won't that load up? It has. And they, of course, are donated $50,000, individually $50,000 to each of the races. And to go from there, a very well-deserved, hard-working families. Yeah, they are. Yep, they've done, and they are named synonymous in harness racing. So hi to you, Jamie, and well done to you too for that, for bringing that to the table. Thank you very much. The Cranbourne Splash for Cash is on, and this is terrific. Ross Graham is leading Alison Alford, Luke Tabone, Chris Finozio, Emmett Bronson, Tyrone Abella, Rick Cashman, Jane Davies, Debbie and Gary Quinlan, Dean Braun, Shane Sanderson, Taylor Ford, Mick Barbie's even there. These guys are leading it. Good to see Ross Graham is doing it because Ross supports the Cranbourne Harness Racing Club all year round. Loves going there on a Sunday to go for it. $8,000 bonus for the leading trainer. Of course, Ross is leading that at the minute, and about halfway through, $50,000 in increased stake money. And also that's the next couple of meetings coming up. So if you are in that Cranbourne area, make sure you go there. I think they're doing a huge job, and I think well done to those guys for doing that. Sorry for gulping on the TV, but yep, couldn't be helped. So I think well done to those guys as well. So doing a huge thing. I'll just continue to, I actually got to look after my friends at Brecon Farms. I forgot that. Now, we got 5 crowns. What a return to the racetrack this horse was the other night at Addington in very wet. Actually, Brad, while you're on there, we'll get onto that in a minute. But this 5 crowns, you can see him out wide, young Seth Hill in the bike. Well done to Benny Hill. Trained, I think it was his 100th winner the other day too. So well done to him on that occasion for that achievement. But young Seth, young man making his way in the sport. I got to meet him there a little while ago, and yeah, 5 crowns, terrific return to form. Of course, bred by Brecon Farms. They actually had 3 winners in less than an hour the other night, with the trotter winning at Alexandra Park. And they unfortunately also had the young horse that stopped. I don't know if anyone saw it, but very scary little occasion, and I think the horse is better for it. It was having his first start. Not sure I'm on results. That would have been a boo-boo. I wouldn't have found it at all, but I will show. I'll go 2 ways. We'll find that other winner for Brecon Farms. It'll be here in a sec. Don't stress over that too much. Maybe it won't be. I think I've gone, no, here it is here. So it was Ocean Eyes was the winner on that occasion. And so it must have been, yeah, it was this race here. He's not that into you was the horse's name for Tony Hurley here. And if you didn't see it, I can promise you everyone is okay. Just unbelievable to see a horse do a turn like this. This is him in the Tony Hurley colours, out 4 and 5 deep, just here. And you can see the horse just lets down into his stride. Wet occasion, and it's what I will bring up in a second, but have a look at the way he just finishes this race off, and the Iceman very, very cool with him. Driving him to the line out. Tony Hurley's not a big whip driver, but he's actually still got the whip on this horse's backside, so he's making him concentrate. And look at that. He actually was still first across the post, but unfortunately lost it because of the galloping rule over there. So he did lose that. And I will say, if you watch the call, this gentleman down here is the owner. If you actually listen to the call, because he was there and it was mentioned about him. And unfortunately, you can see he's like, you cannot believe that. And you've got to feel for him, being that close to the action and seeing that's tragic scenes. But anyway, he'll live to fight another day. He was taken on the older horses. I think he was beaten by Mr. Mickey and always be Mickey 4-year-old. So yeah, he'll be better for that. And my TV, you're almost life size, Paul. Is that good or bad, Alex? So that's what you can do with YouTube. I want to get more on YouTube. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna start talking sports and stuff like that. No Facebook or any of those things. We'll just do a YouTube only one, and goodness knows where it could end up. We could have everyone going. So we're up to the randomness of Campbell's comments now. So Methan Cup was run and won the other day, and there's a fabulous photo on the Facebook page with a lot of the drivers on the day, because, and there was talk about the meeting. Have a look at this. I might just go back a bit, because just bear with me for 1 sec. They do a close-up, they do the lowdown, and you can see the drivers. Now, you watch as these guys come past. This is with a lap to go. And then in the Methane Cup, Timmy Williams in front, Ricciero Rocket second. That is your actual winner. The second horse goes enormous. Wagstar, he's last. But look at that. That is unbelievable. That's Ricky May there. That's a gold hat. You wouldn't think so. Wangstar sitting second last in the pink colours. Unbelievable scenes there at Methven. And yeah, we'll just get the last 100 metres here. You can see the horse up the fence. Yeah, Da Vinci out wide for Ferg getting there. But look at it. It's just unbelievable, the wet. And yeah. Rocket gets up the inside. Riquero Rocket gets up the inside and wins. American Me was terrific return to form there, I think, too, on a very, very heavy track and very tough for all the horses. And I think there's a little bit of a joke here with the boys when they're trying to see after the race. They have a bit of a laugh. They can't see. No mud guards. I don't understand the no mud guards on the cart either. But anyway, that's an interesting one. So, yeah, so go from there. No, YouTube is awesome. I think, Alex Hurley, I wish more people would get into YouTube here in Australia and New Zealand. It's through the roof. And if you are watching on YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Nearly at 1,000 sponsors, so followers. So, yeah, that'll be pretty cool. When I get to that, that's about it. Looked after all my sponsors, looked after all my people. Sebastian Carmichael, he's there. He's been spent a week up in Alabar, and I will say let's throw Mr. Brett Coffey under the bus a bit, because he's having a hard week. Brett O is. I saw this one come up the other day. He is a massive F1 head. He would have been angry with the Oscar Pistoria call the other day, but I'm sure it was on this page. Here we go. Ask and you should see. This is poor old Brett doing it hard over there. With the team from Diamond Creek sitting there in the shorts, if you don't mind. Meanwhile, his staff are over here freezing, but that's at Kentucky. So he's over there doing a little bit of research and that, but looks terrific. Beautiful little setup that they've got going on over there. So I think that part is terrific. He did comment about his shorts. I think a lot of people may not have realised he had shorts on, because his legs are very, very white. They might have thought he had white pants on going from there. Sorry, I haven't finished. I did say that was about it because I went through my run sheet. The Lexington yearling sales, and if you haven't been watching this, year on year, these are amazing sale results, and what actually transpires over there at Lexington and with the sales companies. And you'll see there, so this must be sorted by price. So Fascination by Tactical Landing at $190,000. No, so that's not in, hang on, we'll go this way. We'll go, yeah, let's go high, low. Let's see how we go here. Yeah, that's better. Dejourner by Walner at a French cafe, $1 million. Turtle Dove by Walner, 900. Chimpanzee, 800,000. Those three horses have two things in common. One is that they are trotters. The second, F, F, and F. Filly, filly, filly. Unbelievable what people will pay for them over there. Of course, we've got a Captain Corey trotting colt after that. Raja won it. I think that's even a trotter. But they are, of course, both colts. I'm pretty sure the highest price pacer there is $500,000 for the Down by Seaside out of Warrawee, New Butte, who was actually the 2-year-old record holder. There, as random things I can actually come up with. It was the record holder before Lua Diva come along and beat that on that occasion. But you can search this one. We'll go back here. You can search this one by heaps of people, gait and sex. So there you have that. And this will break it down. So fillies all the way through. But I find sale averages, sale summary, is the best one. So you can see here, session 1, which is their selected sale day. I don't know how many horses, 120 horses were sold. And these figures here for these trotters are unbelievable. $7 million and $9 million for the colts and the fillies, alongside 2 and 2 for the pacers. So that in itself is just out of this world. And it's this figure here, those two figures here, the amount of horses that they actually sell by these gates. But you go through the fillies, and the first time I think the fillies average is outdone is on the last day. 27,000. There's only 25 of them went through. they averaged 27,000 as compared to the Pacing Boys at 37. But you go down here to the total at the bottom, the average price for a yearling trotter was 85,000. That's your average price. And I know there was one there for 1 million, one there for 800, one there for 900. It doesn't matter. 21 million. Look at that. 10,000, 12,000 more than the trotting colts, and 30,000 more than the Pacers, and 33,500 more than the fillies. Unbelievable figures there. 247, this was the other thing, 247 fillies were sold second to the trotting colts. The trotters outstripped the Pacers by that far. It wasn't funny at this selected sale. And the money that was poured in and the money that people wanted to pay for these horses was phenomenal. You can, it is pretty cool, the rest of this. They're the consigners. They'll mean something to some people, but Hunter Sales Agency, look at that, $12 million if you don't mind spending on people. I saw a little slide the other day actually about the winners going through. I'll just see if I can get it up. It was in a private conversation, so hopefully I can just get, I can't do that anyway because I don't have this one here. But Ron Burke, have a listen to this one if you don't mind. Ronnie Burke over there is the leading trainer in in America. He's had 870 winners, $23 million in stakes. 870 winners, $23 million in stakes. That's for the year so far. Second is Marcus Melander. This is on earnings. So he's had 107 winners for $7 million. Ingram Blom at $6 million. Aki's man said has only had 88 wins and he's had $4 and a bit million. He's winning the right races. So pretty amazing little stats there. But it was alongside the thoroughbred trainer who's trained 211 winners. So as I said, Ronnie Burke's had 870. This guy's had 211 and he's won $24 million. Ridiculous money on offer in America, that's for sure. So not sure what I've done here. Anyway, I might be able to whack on YouTube, or I might not be. Doesn't matter. It's only a feed to watch. So just some staggering figures, and I think it's awesome. We'll be able to keep an eye on some of those other sales as they come up as well. So that's going to do me. Got plenty going on. I'm doing a hit and run mission to New Zealand. I will say huge thank you to the Pattersons who are looking after me, plus Brecken Farms, Yabadam Farms, Aldebaran Park, Woodland Stud, NZB, all looking after me over there, but also my other two great sponsors, of course, with Nutrien here in Australia, sales company, and also Barrastock, great supporters of Campbell's Comments and have been since inception. And I can't do these shows without their support. And the way they assist me in getting around to a lot of these places is one of those things. So Joe Pace is chasing some wheat and hay. If anyone knows where he can get a few bales, please let him know. So there are Joe Pace. Would like to find some wheat and hay. Sorry about these guys. I didn't see these. And Alex Hurley, definitely not typing on the TV. There's nothing worse than trying to type something on a TV. We're waiting for a Pebble Beach foal due at the end of the month. Fingers crossed it's a grey. I love Kerry Heimer's Palomino Lenny Shark colt. I did see that the other day. And I know there's a Paulino double diluted colt this season as well up in northern Victoria. Every foal he throws eventually will inherit a cream gene. Only a 50% chance of a Palomino colt. Right. That might be a field trip for me, Alex, if you let me know where that one is, that's for sure. So, yeah, cool. All right, we'll try and find that one. Woodland Stutter watching. Hello, not sure who's watching. Might be the great Cam Grant. I got some good feedback from him the other day. I think people were pretty impressed with him there, and I will be catching up with him. Not sure when we decided, actually. So, yeah, really looking forward to being across there and having a little bit funny go from there. Never read something you shouldn't read while you try to do a live show, because it can throw you right out. That is for sure. Lexington, that I think I've done just about everything else. Well done to Marie and Johnny Caldo, 35 years of marriage. I think that's very, very awesome achievement for those guys. What else have we got going on there? Derek Delaney, I'll do some stuff with him. Thank you to all the kind wishes for my daughter the other day. Just having a shocking run she is at the minute, but yep, it'll be fine. It'll turn. We had a horse roll into a post part of its yard, and unfortunately, yeah, couldn't compete on the weekend. So, yep, it's been pretty trying a couple of times. Danny Laws, hello to you, Danny Laws. Hooks, must catch up with him very, very soon. Bernie Ring, I'll be in Queensland, but I don't know if I'll have a chance to catch up with you. So, yeah, we've got go to New Zealand, then I'm going to head up north, Chinchilla Camp Draft, so I'll be covering off on that. You'll still see a lot of the regular stuff. I am set up to do a lot of remote interviews, so we'll be doing those as well. And then I'm lucky enough to have been asked to do the same at the Warwick Rodeo and Camp Draft, and it goes for 8 days, and it's massive as well. So hopefully be able to still continue to keep things going in that time slot as well. So big few weeks for Campbell's Comments and going to continue to grow is what we will be doing. I'll miss the Victoria Cup, but I will be back. I was honoured and rapt to have been asked to MC the Swan Hill Pacing Cup night and also the Maryborough Redwood Carnival. So that one really humbled me. I was one of the best phone calls I had from Jackson. It was a terrific phone call, so I really appreciate that. The Bendigo Greyhounds are on this Friday night, their Bendigo Cup. Yeah, plenty happening. Could talk forever. Could have a show forever. Should have one. Should have some more guests. Make it a little bit easier. Got to get that microphone fixed. Someone will complain about that as well, including me. It knocks my eardrums out. But, yep, stay tuned. We'll upload the interview I did earlier today with Johnny Caldo very shortly within the next half hour. You don't hear a lot from Johnny. And great little chat with him. My first ever boss. So I think well done for him to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much, as I said, to all my sponsors. You can see them there right next to me. They just keep bouncing along, just put there in your face. Anyone wondering, they're intentionally there because I want them there where people can see them and it catches their attention. So that's what I try to do. Rightio. Look forward to catching up. Most of the guys in New Zealand know that I'm coming, the ones that I'm going to be catching up with. So we'll look forward to getting in touch with you. Hang on one sec. Oh, wow. Okay, so Rob Talent at Mildura. So if you put a chestnut mare to this one, you are guaranteed to get a Palomino. And if you put a bay to him, you'll get a buckskin. Okay. So, take that out of there. Hopefully I'm allowed to show this, Alex. Hopefully. Alex, can I show this if you're watching? I might just give it 2 secs. Just better make sure that I can. I don't want to get in trouble from anyone if I can't because of the Bendigo Cup. Don't forget that. Good evening, Nelly. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you go back and watch at the start. I think there's some massive news coming here for Victoria. I think it's really, really exciting. I'm just waiting to see if Alex will respond, whether it's a yes or a no. If I can or can't show this picture, I don't want to get into trouble with that. Michelle Hargraves. Hello to you, Michelle. Come on, this one. I was like, what? And it is. That's pretty cool. Yep, I can show it. Rightio, so we'll show this. Go back to it. We'll bring just that picture up there. I think if I go to that one, we'll hit that, and we should be able to, there you are. So that is pretty amazing. I'd love to know the breeding of that horse, but yeah, if I get to Mildura, I'll definitely try and do something around that. But I'll just go back. So Rob Talent Mildura. So if you put a chestnut mare to this one, you're guaranteed to get a Palomino, and if you put a bay to him, you'll get a buckskin. Right. So that is pretty cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. And it is breeding season, and yeah, it's exciting. Can be depressing, can be frustrating, can be a lot of things, that's for sure. But yeah, it's pretty amazing to see a lot of those results. I will say also that Tuhima at Woodland Stud, they had 6 of the 8 winners at Menangle today. That one there. I don't know how many people are still watching. Don't really care. Really, this show, as I said, it's got no structure. Hang on, let's see who's won at Shep. Beck Bartley has won with Changeover Girl. great little chat with Beck just recently. Gary Peakin, well done to you. OMJ Cresco. OMJ, maybe, Cresco. Won that race, just sent it to the second race. So a couple of locals doing pretty good. But yeah, the team at, just bear with me, it's coming. Oh, no, it's not. Something went a little bit pear-shaped then. What did happen then? That should have just, there it is. I was going to say, it should have just come up. This was at Menangle. Of course, What the Hill won the first for Woodland Stud. Tintin in America for Jake Stockton. Of course, he stands there, one of my sponsors as well. Love You for Yabby Farms, Pesco Polo, and also Cold Sister. Rainmaker, hopefully we didn't lose too many people with that, by Bettis Delight, out of the Art Major mare, what a cross that is. Maxi Bond for Mick Wicked for Cobbity, give them a rap, they're fine. Namark by Bettis Delight, Capitana, Captain Treacherous, one there as well. Sweet Lou for Peter Gianni, well done to Pete, he's having a good run at the minute actually. Sinaloa, won one of the Nutrien New South Wales Breeders' Challenges. Gonna reload, another Sweet Lou for Will and Pete Rickson. We showed you there before Huxton and the job that he done by Lather Up. And Courage Under Fire, there's a blast from the past. Colonia Courage for Troy Williams and Robbie Morris. Robbie bookended the meeting, I think you'll find. Yes, he did. And that would have been win number 3 because he also won that race is there as well. So Robbie's had a good day at the office, so well done to him as well for that. So, radio, that's a wrap. As I said, hopefully On Loose Lines will be back next Monday night because I don't start work until the Tuesday. It will be on location. Hopefully, like this, I plan to take as much of this as I can, but does depend on service and also where I am. But there will be some form of On Loose Lines on the Monday night, not the Tuesday night like we are tonight. And then hopefully the week after as well, but that will be dependent on my time because I'm paid up there to promote and do what I can for the camp drafts and that. But I will be going to Marburg as well. So what happens if I don't think I'm going to have the time? We might do a Sunday session or something from Queensland. See how it all goes from there. So we'll just have a bit of fun. Thanks to everyone that's liked and promoted. Derek Delaney, Oakwood Stud is on there. Hello to you, my friend. Andrew Littymore as well. So thank you very much. Time change, of course, over there. I might be early. I'm a day out too. So, we've had plenty of people like the show and get involved in it. And that's what it's all about. Just have some fun, talks and trotters. To my Irish friends, I haven't seen Jack, and he wouldn't have known because I changed nights. So the young guy in Ireland. So if you do watch this on replay, mate, I'll be back next Monday night from Chinchilla, where real cowboys live. Right, that's it. Thank you very much to everyone who has tuned in, has had a bit of fun with me. Look forward to catching up with you next Monday night for On Loose Lines. Catch you then.